Hi guys, this is Aegis, and I've got an interesting game here. This is Cyrain once again, and in this case, his opponent is going to be EG's in control over here as the red Protoss player.
Hey guys, and this is Atlas1, another co-cast here with Aegis. Awesome channel. You guys should subscribe to his videos if you want to see more StarCraft action.
And we've, of course, got Infinity State music. Love their music. Always listen to it during games when you're on Battle.net. Makes your APM go up 50%.
Oh man. And look, Cyrain, another little comment there. In the last video, we saw Cyrain going against EGI's Idra. So Cyrain has now, this is a second EG, Evil Genius clan member he's versing.
Yeah, I guess he really likes EG's clan. They're all kind of cute. Of course, EGINcontroL does bench 9,000 pounds. So he benches 9 tons. He's pretty big.
He looks like a Thor.
He is a Thor pilot. He has 3 of them on his driveway.
Oh man. Of course, we have the usual SCV. Now we have Cyrain building a barracks.
Of course, barracks, a nice standard timing this time, and we've got the scout from EGINcontroL going to be scooting around the map right now. He does have his 14 gateway on the way right now, and we've also got the gas waiting for the probe to have enough minerals. There we go. There's the gas coming up for EGINcontroL. Cyrain getting his refinery up as well. Very nice standard play for the moment.
Yeah, both players opting for 1 gas, very standard. Probably could be seeing 4 gate from EGINcontroL, and I don't know.
4 gate against Terran? I don't know.
Not very
likely, especially with the patch right now. Not likely to see much of any 4-gating action from any Protoss player. Even in PvP, we've got the gas steal. Nope, no gas steal. The command center is now morphing into an orbital command. We've got the first Marine on the way. That probe is going to run scared out of here. Maybe go sit at the center watchtower or just kind of hang out over here.
The cybernetics core is now starting up for EG EGINcontroL here. So if we're not going to be seeing 4-gate, what are we going to be seeing? We have 2 gas now being taken from EGINcontroL. Is he going to be going for
I'm probably going to see some
play?
either robotics tech or sentry play. Some Protosses really like getting Phoenixes out. I've copied it from White Raw at one point. But against Terran, probably more robotics play in case of those quick Banshees. But of course, as we see as observers over here, Cyrain, not much of a Banshee play. There's no second gas.
Oh yeah, and there we go. There's the Marauders with the concussive cells being researched right away. It's only 50-50 research, or quick and easy research.
Yeah, 60 seconds for that research. A Marine is parked at the bottom of the ramp. We'll be able to scout for any sort of incoming probes. And he does have the Marauder out on the field right now. The first Stalker is being chrono boosted, as well as the Warp Gate research on the way. EGINcontroL still sticking to that 1 gateway. We'll see what he decides to do with all of this extra gas. Probably going to get a bunch of sentries out really fast. There's a sentry on the way, and here comes a couple SCVs, 2 Marines, 2 Marauders, 2 Marine, 2 Marauder, 2 SCV rush. Here we go.
And Cyrain just starting the stim pack. Not even gonna wait for that. And it's gonna be some early pressure here.
And EGINcontroL, oh no, he started a robotics facility. He needs an additional gateway to be able to deal with this. He doesn't have that much production right now, and Cyrain is producing off of 2 barracks. So here comes the rush. The Stalker does see it now, and that first sentry is going to be able to throw down a force field. Should be able to keep this out for the moment. He's chrono boosting another sentry out. There's the force field down, and a second sentry is out on the field now.
Great force field there, definitely denying any action by Cyrain, and those 2 SCVs are just going to have to be waiting there uselessly. Ooh, a Marine being picked off, and that force field was actually not a perfect force field, leaving a small space, but I do not, yeah, Cyrain is not going to push any further. He's going to retreat back, knowing that he's probably going to need to come back and play it safe.
Yeah, EGINcontroL is now throwing up an Immortal right now in response to this, but this may not be the best choice. We have a command center on the way for Cyrain, so he's in no way committed to this at all. The Immortal does cost 250 minerals and 100 gas, so that's a lot of money. It's going to delay any sort of additional tech, or any sort of expansion coming from EGINcontroL. In the meantime, we have Cyrain pulling all the way back to his base, and he's going to be grabbing his expansion, probably throwing down a bunch more barracks, and maybe doing some later timing push when Stim finishes. Stim is pretty close to finish, so maybe when some other crucial upgrade finishes up, there's an observer on the way for EGINcontroL, and we'll be able to scout out this base from Cyrain.
Yeah, interestingly, it seems that the initial push was only just more of a psychological factor, trying to get EGINcontroL to waste maybe some extra minerals on an immortal like that, and really just to trick EGINcontroL to not. Ooh, there's a push out there.
To not be able to build his economy or be able to make that many other units. Here comes a couple of sentries, a couple of stalkers as well, but Cyrain has way too many bioforces. He is going to be able to force this back, as even though there are force fields here, I wonder if EGINcontroL is going to decide to pressure this. Food counts are still even. There is a bunker here as well as a second bunker coming up. Cyrain has his expansion now up and running.
Yeah, food counts are definitely even right now. And ooh, there's that push there by EGINcontroL. Zealots going in, force field being thrown down. Great force field cutting off Cyrain's forces essentially in half.
But there's still a little hole there. The sentries are doing nice force fielding action. The Immortal still advancing forward, dealing nice damage, 3 kills on that Immortal, but EGINcontroL is going to have to back out of here. And Cyrain not suffering any damage to his economy whatsoever, so he is going to secure a nice early lead.
Yeah, food counts are actually identical, but I mean, look at Cyrain. He's got 2 bases and he's got mules, so that economic is definitely the economy is definitely in favor for Cyrain.
Here comes EGINcontrol's forces once again. A couple of SCVs getting pulled off the line. Here comes all of the forces from Cyrain advancing forward. Stim going down. He is going to be able to use the slow against that Immortal. Immortal goes down, and the sentries are being forced back as of the moment. Cyrain is going to be content to pull back and continue mining. Not going to press the issue, and EGINcontroL is going to be able to get his base up and running. And it does look like our Terran player does secure a very strong economic lead, especially with the loss of that Immortal. Not going to be able to use it later on the game. A couple of sentries also went down during that battle.
Yeah, those concussive shells really slow that Immortal down. Immortal already being that sluggish, Dragoon-ish, remnant of a Dragoon, yeah.
It's a crab.
So slow, but that loss was definitely the most expensive unit to lose at that time for EGINcontroL.
Unfortunately, Immortals don't run at crab speeds. If you've been trying to cook a crab, they run really fast. They do not want to get cooked. And there's a Artosis pylon.
All right, and see Thermal Lance is starting up for EGINcontroL, definitely opting for that Colossus, Stalker, Zealot build there, which we see.
And EGINcontroL does have a good idea of what kind of units are being made right now. The 2 bunkers do unload. Looks like the 2 medevacs will be able to heal everything up nice and easy. And this Observer is going to continue sitting around. We do have a Ghost Academy on the way, as well as the Scouting Factory going to be scooting over there real soon. EGINcontroL is expecting some sort of drop. He does know there are medevacs on the field, so he does have his army in a nice pulled back fashion. But this is giving Cyrain all the space control that he could possibly ever ask for. There is the extended Thermal Lance on the way for EGINcontroL, as well as more Colossus. Colossus are very slow units, slows down the Protoss army a lot, does force you to hang back a lot as well.
Interestingly, EGINcontroL is not opting for a Templar build. Is there a reason specifically for that, or is it just kind of preference?
It's just, generally it's player preference. You also need the Observer to be able to check out your opponent's base. So generally, most Protoss players go for that early Colossus play to be able to scout out their opponent's base, as well as get out those very beefy units. These are no joke to deal with. Colossus, very strong units, especially if you get upgrades on them. A scan going down. It looks like Cyrain is headed forward. There's not that many units here to cut off with the force fields. Is going to be able to hold back the bioforces.
Great force field there, and Cyrain definitely opting to pull back a little bit. Those force fields definitely changing the terrain completely there.
That one Colossus getting away with 1 HP. Cyrain really wanted to take that one down. However, the force fields were spent. Is able to hold that off. It looks like EGINcontroL is going to pull back into his base and be able to get a nice spread later on. He is spreading out his units over here. A couple of units on the high ground as well. He does have the extended Thermal Lance now complete, and he does have forges on the way. Harvesters even a 45-49.
Yeah, Cyrain had ghosts coming out. They were finished, but I don't think they were in that mix, in the army mix in that battle, right?
I'm not
No,
sure.
didn't
Let's
see a
just take
single
the-
EMP
No,
going
there
off.
it is.
Yeah.
There's a ghost. He
Just
decided
now
not to
arriving.
use. There's two ghosts now.
Yeah.
He decided not to use the EMPs during that battle. I'm not sure if that's a good decision or not. But there are now Vikings headed out. We'll be able to mitigate the effect of those Colossus.
And those, of course, those ghosts pulling off an strategic EMP could be extremely in the favor of Terran player.
And
Taking
there's
out all those energy of those sentries, and there's that confrontation. 3 Colossus just melting away those Marauders.
And it looks like Cyrain, 2 ghosts leading the charge, going to be making their way in here. All of the Colossus go down, and it looks like Cyrain is going to back out of here as soon as he does that. This is going to reduce the Colossus count by a lot. It's going to make sure that EGINcontroL never gets up that death ball of Colossus. A couple of cannons are probably going to be going down here. He does have a probe ready to throw down an expansion. Looks like Cyrain may need to secure an expansion of his own as well. There's a pylon over here spotting for any sort of medevacs moving in that direction. And it looks like EGINcontroL continuing to do those upgrades. More Colossus on the way. 2 photon cannons, but there's just that one pylon, as well as over here finally reinforcing with those pylons right now. Double Forges upgrading. Does he have a Twilight Council? Yeah, there's the Twilight Council coming up. Definitely working on that late game. And it looks like Cyrain continuing to build his forces up in the center.
Yeah, good macro by Cyrain there, securing a definite 30 food lead over EGINcontroL there.
Wow, that's a pretty large lead. There are lots of Vikings now out on the field. That is a lot of Vikings. Those Colossus are going to go down really quickly. EGINcontrol's got to do something about it. Maybe go for those Templar. He does have the Twilight Council on the way, so the potential is there. He also has the upgrades now finishing up. Does Cyrain have any upgrades of his own?
Ooh, no
Still
upgrades.
0-0.
Yeah, EGINcontroL definitely getting those 1-1 upgrades. Upgrades, of course, can be a huge factor in the battle. Even when you have a food armies slightly less than your opponents, that upgrade can do huge damage.
And we've got Kiwikaki's reasoning coming up here. We've got so many tech labs, and what does that mean?
Just built Marauders.
We've got those Marauders coming out for Cyrain right now, and here we go, moving forward. Looks like no, never mind.
It's okay though, but I mean, Cyrain could very well move forward. He's got quite a sizable army, now at a 50 food lead.
He's waiting for that infantry weapons level 1. There are 2 more cannons coming up over here, and there is a command center coming up for Cyrain over here. And looks like there's a couple of zealots working on those rocks, but their efforts will be to no avail. They're going to dig a nice hole here and see that there's no treasure.
Let's take a look at EGINcontrol's vision there. Does he know that Cyrain is expanding?
No, he does not. So he doesn't know about anything that that Cyrain is doing, but he does see this move out. Here comes all of the Marauders moving across the map, and he is responding with the majority of his forces. Colossus, Stalkers, Sentries moving into position, and these rocks are going to go down so fast. Is he going to use Stimpack? Probably not.
Saving that Stimpack for when that Colossus ball, Colossus Stalker, Sentry ball. How many sentries are there? Ooh, and Cyrain's pulled back.
He's going to be attacking on this side. This is just like a situation in Blistering Sands. It's a far walk distance for the Protoss army. And here comes all the Marauders. And the Vikings going to be securing the high ground. Once again, looks like the EMP is going off on the Colossus.
Oh, man. Great move around there by Cyrain, tricking EGINcontrol to move his army to the far left. When, look at that, the greater mobility of Cyrain's army and those Marauders just wrecking total havoc on all the Stalkers, all the Colossus, and I don't think the sentries even let off a single force field there.
Yeah, and all the infrastructure for EGINcontrol has been destroyed. Cyrain hanging in here in the game. Want to make sure that his opponent is surely dead. So EGINcontrol does GG out of this game. What a great game, a great control by both players. Cyrain, a very good play there at the very end, swinging his mobile forces around to the side.
A great trick there, because definitely Terran has that greater upper hand mobility with the Vikings and the stemmed Marauders. They can move so fast.
Yeah, and the Medivacs over there healing those Marauders, making them virtually invincible. And of course, you've got to check out Atlas's channel at youtube.com/infinitystatemusic. Always listen to it while you play StarCraft. It really does improve your APM quite a bit. And
Oh
Yeah.
man, yeah, and of course, if you want to check out any more StarCraft videos, awesome videos of really, really high level players or just some collegiate level players, but great games, nonetheless, check out Aegis StarCraft's channel and subscribe.
Yeah, just click that yellow button. It's beckoning you right there. It's a nice yellow button. So go ahead and click on it, and we will see you guys next time.